Oh, we live, baby. There we go. And then what about this one? You just gotta flip it. I think this one gotta go. Yep, straight up and down. I don't know if this one. Can this one go sideways? Oh yes, it can. No.
Where'd you get those from?
These?
Yeah.
Amazon. It's like 100. Oh, there we go. I gotta send this phone pack soon. Okay, y'all. What's up? We gotta do our intro on Spotify. Cause we're streaming from 3 platforms: Spotify, Instagram, and maybe I should put this one over here too, because I like how that is. Spotify, Instagram, and YouTube. So let me grab this one. I hope I don't mess the camera up. Because I like how that one look. It got us both in there. Woo! So I'm going to start over.
I know they like, God damn, like this is the second time.
Let me see. Wait, this guy. Boom. There we go. Period. See, that works out just fine. All right, y'all. So we got to do our intro because I don't want us to be looking both ways. So we're going to do our intro on Spotify. I'm going to talk on our mics today. All right. You ready?
Ready.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Let's Talk, Let's Vibe. We got this, our session, our segment, Natural Vibes with Kellz and Phoebe. And today, y'all, we just gonna go off a vibe today. Like, we just gonna talk about stuff, because sometimes you need them vibe sessions. You know what I'm saying? And just express some stuff that you might got on your mind and some opinions you might have about certain things that you've been wanting to talk about. So today I was telling Phoebe, like, we should talk about women empowerment. You know, like, what's our different definition of women empowerment? And I got another question too, but I'm gonna wait to ask that. What's your definition?
When I think of women empowerment, I think of supporting other women, being there for them, things like that. I feel like we are really hard on each other, extremely hard. Whereas to men, we're a little bit more softer because, you know, that's the king queen sort of.
They change when they get with their man, but when they with their females, they be.
But it's like women, we just so hard on each other
and ourselves.
Not really understand. And yeah, you hard upon yourself. You got a lot of women who are hard upon their daughters because they girls, and then they a lot softer when it come down to their sons, and that don't make no sense to me.
Pretty much. Yeah, I agree. I think that women empowerment is lifting each other up, telling each other, like, you know, giving each other compliments without malice or, you know, some type of form of jealousy. Like, really, like, because it's hard for a lot of women these days to give compliments. And if I'm giving you a compliment, that means I really like this, that, and the third. But some women don't know how to accept compliments too. So I feel like, you know, women empowerment is learning to give compliments, learning to accept it, learning to love yourself, and just building your confidence and having, like, you know, like self-esteem and standing up for what you believe.
I remember back in the day when you would give a girl a compliment, some girls, they just keep walking or, you know, roll their eyes. I remember that. I used to be like, what?
Or mug you, like,
Yeah, like
what she on? What she on? And you be like, no, it ain't like that. I was really thought, that was nice, or your hair or something like that. Like, we gotta stay lifted. We gotta lift each other and like really like, because we can all relate. We can all relate to each other. Everybody got hair. We all got this, that, the third, and all of that. Like, we can relate. We can talk about so much that we all may have. And it'd be crazy because the same people that be beefing be the same people that have something in common, and they don't even be knowing.
Yeah.
And like they say, men got pride. Women got pride too. Like,
definitely women got pride.
They can't let their guard down. But yeah, I think this is women that, like, we have to empower each other. Like, we have to uplift each other and give each other positive affirmations. And ways that you can do that is daily affirmations. And when you got daughters, daily affirmations. You can do like certain activities, like writing the affirmations too.
Somebody said people got competitive nature. But see, everybody ain't competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, I'm not a competitive person at all because I'm always do me. Can't nobody do it like I feel do it, and that's just how I feel. It's not that I'm cocky. It's just
I agree with that though.
No one can never be me. You know what I'm saying? There'll never be another Phoebe. And that's just me. So I'm not competitive at all. You do got a lot of women who are competitive.
Yes.
Like when they see another woman,
it be friendships that be competitive.
But to me, that's
relationships,
some sort of jealousy or something, something going on with you.
yourself.
That's some internal stuff like that has. That I mean, I'm just not like that. I don't know. Everybody not like that, but I understand. It is a lot of women who are competitive because
I agree.
They don't want you to get no attention.
Half of my friendships ended because of that.
Really?
Yes. Because of jealousy or some type of, like, they're competitive. Like, they're like, okay, I'm not saying I'm the best at what I do, but I do me to the best of my ability. Mm-hmm. And every female, like, I literally came across, not every female, majority of the females I came across always see what I'm doing. And then it's always a competition. Oh, well, I'm doing this. Or if I got this, they got this or whatever. And it's like, I ain't no hater either. Like, I uplift somebody, but it seemed like you know when you know your friend that's supposed to be your friend, mm-hmm. You know when somebody trying to upstage you or in competition. You know that. We ain't stupid.
That's because we know each other. We know women nature.
Yeah.
It's like men know a man nature. You know, we know women, we know women nature. The thing is that I had a friend back in the day. Mm-hmm. This is my girl now. Everybody, it's like y'all look alike. Y'all this. We in my experience, we were tight. It's funny because I ran into somebody today from school that was like, she was not your friend. And I knew it because she wasn't. This how I knew she was a hater. I remember these Jordans had came out, right? Mm-hmm. We all said we was going to go to school on Monday with these Jordans. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, since your sister taking you up there, had him hold me a size. Mm-hmm. Small size. I got small feet. I wear like a 5 now. So
small feet.
So I'm like, I told him, tell him, you got a sister coming in that look just like you. She'd be up in there because I had to wait for my sister to get off work. Mm-hmm. So she said she did. I went up there. There was no more sizes. She told me to get
what?
A bigger size. Wait a minute. So then when I put the shoe on, she's like, oh yeah, you fine.
Lying. You know they ain't your friend if they lie to you too.
I was like, really? It's just like if I got something stuck in my teeth and you don't tell me, I feel like you a hater.
Yeah. Period. Ooh, that's how I feel. I'm telling
you a hater. If my breast stink, you don't tell me.
I told my cousin.
Like, I always tell my friends, I either pass you a piece of gum,
something, and you cannot get offended. And that's a part of women empowerment. Like my cousin, she gonna get mad. She had a piece of skin hair. Excuse me. I didn't know what it was. I was just like, cuz, you got her. She ain't get mad. She was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we tell each other, like, honesty? Why can't we give each other honesty? Like, I had a little white on my edges today. I was like, damn, why nobody told me?
To me, that's not no truth. if I can't tell you, because I'm always say, whether I'm your friend or not, if you do something concerning me and I'm not your friend, I'm going to tell you.
I'm always be honest with you.
And if we friends and, I'm going to tell you.
Period. Because that's not a real friend. If you can, just like when people say, if you got a friend and they can party with you, but they can't take you to work, they not your friend. Same thing with female friendships or any type of friendships. If you cannot be honest with me, you cannot be my friend because we have to have honesty. We have to be able to be honest with each other.
Bad friendship, so that's the reason.
Me too. Oh my goodness, I had a history. I could tell y'all so many dang on stories.
And I want you to be honest with me too.
Yes.
It's not just me being honest with you, being honest. I really be looking
It's
for people to tell me. Honestly, now I might be shocked at some of the stuff you said. Like this year, I got called a brat, and I don't think I ever been called that. I felt so appalled. Like I was like, what?
What you mean I'm a brat?
I'm a brat. I heard some things, but a brat? No, and it's like, but that person was being honest. They
Right.
like, you're a brat. You can be
That's
brat.
their opinion.
Oh my goodness. Like, it almost hurt my feelings.
Mhm.
But it was what it was. This person was being honest. It is what it is. And that's, I feel like a lot of people, friendships are fake when they can't be honest with each other. Or you go and go talk about your friend.
Mm-hmm.
When they tell you something like, oh, girl, I just want to go do the X, Y, and Z, and you go tell everybody else.
And be fake about it. Yeah.
That's what be making
I feel like some honesty or some things we want to take as honesty be a form of jealousy too. Because I feel like some friends, when you got some friends that be at their lowest and they want to drag you there. You know, I can give you some great advice all freaking day. But if you, like, have you ever had that friend, like, okay, you're not tired, like, you don't want to be a bad friend because, like, they always in a messed up position. Not even just financially, just mentally, like, maturity-wise. Have you ever found yourself, like, dang, like, I know you're supposed to be there for your friend through, like, demises and, like, just trials and tribulations. But if you got that one friend that always keep making that same mistake, how would you feel? Like, how do you feel? You ever had that friend?
That keep making the same mistake?
Yeah, and you like, okay, at the same time, I don't want to judge you because I have, like, you've been there for them. You continuously been there for them.
It ain't no judgment. Ain't got nothing to do with no judgment.
But if you feel like they keep making the same mistake, like, mature, like, you looking at them like, dang, like, you not making the best. I already gave you advice on that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, your friend going to choose to do what they want to do. But if they keep making that same choice, like, would you still continue to be their friend?
It depends on what the choice is. Because sometimes I know how to let a person just live their life.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you want to do. Because it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
But if it's draining me.
Yeah.
Because I tell a person, I don't want to hear that shit. I had a friend who wasn't even a friend, just an associate who we around each other a lot during the time. Mm-hmm. And she kept, this nigga was doing everything in the book. Mm-hmm. The dude. Everything in the book. And it was obvious for her to leave, but she kept, you know.
She stayed.
And it's like, stop coming to me. Don't come to me with nothing else. We done already told you. Back when he let a chick crash your car. We done already told you. Mm-hmm. It's nothing else he can do. Yeah. At this point, you're accepting it. You can either stay or you can leave. I tell people point that you got choices in life. You can either stay or you can leave. And in this situation, I'm going to either stay or I'm going to leave. Yeah. Because you're starting to drain me. I'm going to always choose myself. And that's just period, because my mental health is more important. Absolutely. So if I feel like it's draining me too much or it's taking too much excuse me. I'm kind of, and it's like,
how can you ask for advice, but you study, like, you're studying, like, you got those friends that study, do the same thing. Like, okay, the first 3 times, I get it. You going through some, you know what I'm saying? You weak in your stuff.
You just stop giving your energy. Exactly.
Period. Shout out to Kellz. What up, Kellz? What up, bro? Period. No, he said no judgment. You just got to stop giving. Yes, because they can judge, they can take your enemy. He said, that's me. I was just telling my fat boy that if I can let you down, I can't. Right. Like, it's like this. Okay, the first 3 times, because you know it take a minute for you to get to really know somebody. Mm-hmm. But you do know, you know, in the beginning, like, if that's a good or a bad person. Just because a person is not maturely there, don't mean they're necessarily a bad person. But it takes time to really get to know a person to see their maturity levels and their mental, because 9 times out of 10, y'all met when y'all was on the same mental or maturity level, but then eventually as you grow and you get older, you start to realize, I'm growing, I'm changing, they're not. Yeah. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, especially with females, it's like, you know, like, okay, the first 3 times you make that mistake, all right, okay. I ain't gonna judge you, friend, I'm gonna be there for you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you dumb, you stupid, like, I can't relate to you, and then the conversation is always about the like that or like drama.
Sometimes people friendships, when y'all go, it's like in a relationship.
Yep.
When y'all going 2 different ways, it just naturally end up on its own. Sometimes you don't have to end it. Sometimes it just naturally, I just naturally separated. I naturally separated from a lot of people growing up. By the end of my freshman year in high school, I did not have the same friends that I had in middle school that I came in with, because we weren't the same.
Yeah.
When we got to high school, they focus was on other things. I had parents. I knew I had to get my grades right, and my focus was not on fighting and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I fight, but just going around starting shit.
Nah,
and being all
that ain't the move.
That was never me. I only fought when necessary, and I knew if I was
Period.
gonna fight, it's gonna be a fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail.
And it's gonna be done after we fight. Like, ain't no, I'm finna keep antagonizing, doing all of this. Like, you get your ass whooped, I keep it moving.
You got a lot. Yeah, me and my friends at that time, we had completely just separated, and I had got a whole new group of friends that was on my level, and you know what I wanted to do, and they had good, you know, they stayed with their little clique, fighting everybody around.
That ghetto mess, yeah.
That just wasn't my thing. So some stuff just naturally
fall apart,
and y'all just go y'all separate. Y'all just stop talking.
So, hey, sometimes you gotta block a person too, like to get them out your mental.
Most people who keep doing the same shit, who keep making the same, they want somebody who's going to agree with the bullshit.
Yes.
And
they want a yes person.
Agreeing with their bullshit, or if you not feeding that bullshit, they naturally just stop talking to you because you're not giving them what they want. And
they feel like you acting funny, you fake and all this. Like, no, I'm just tired of being in that position where I gotta come down to that level when I'm not that. When I give you that advice of being like this mature, strong, you know, mental health, all of that, like on that certain level, and you can't understand what I'm talking about. Like, you want friends, like I was just telling her, I probably said this in my last video. I want friends I can go talk about plants with, that I can talk about we owning businesses and like elevating. If our conversation ain't like, it's not gonna always be about that. We're gonna talk about personals too, but if we can't have that business talk too, you showing me that you really got that mind state that I want to be something, or I want to do something, or I got plans, even your spiritual. If you ain't got no spiritual beliefs, I cannot be friends with you. No, I don't judge, but 9 times out of 10, I want to be surrounded by somebody that got that same mindset as me.
But what you gotta realize is that everybody, you ain't gonna be cool with everybody.
No, definitely.
Friends. As you get older, you're gonna realize some of your friends are gonna fall to the back, and you're gonna meet new people that's on your level.
Period.
Where you at when you in different places in life. It's just, it is what it is. You vibe with those people who's in that same place in your life, and those are
sometimes
people who you with.
You don't meet until later on in life unless y'all didn't went to college together. My mom always told me though when I was in high school, she was like, when you come to high school, you know, you're going to have friends.
But like,
all my life. Like
Phoebe said, you go different directions. You know?
Period. You do. And this is where that different, like, this moment in your life is where that direction changed. When you come into high school, like my mama told me, you come into high school, you're going to come with friends. When you leave high school, you're going to leave with no friends.
I did that too.
Unless you go to college, like one of them universities, and you meet like a group of people, that's different. But when you leave high school, you're not gonna leave with no friends.
I'm on a whole other journey. But the thing is that, I mean, like I said, this all depends on where you at. I met new people. I didn't, you know, I'm not really around a lot of the old people, but it is what it is. It's all about where I'm at in life, and
a lot of old people.
I can't afford to have somebody who's not on my level, who's not, you know, on my, I don't want to say it like that, but you know, not where I'm at in life.
No, that's the truth.
You're not gonna stress me out.
You not.
Like, I got my own problems.
I cannot teach you to be mature.
Stuff I can't.
And two, a lot of these elders are not as, I feel like our generation is probably like between, I want to say the 90s. I feel like the entire 90s, babies. Maybe like not the 95 and up. But between like, I'll say 89 and maybe 1994, we are more mature than the elders today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can really say that. And I'm thinking about people when I say that. A lot of the, you know, because a lot of the 80 babies, I no shade to my husband because he's very mature. But a lot of people in his age range that I've met is more immature than mature. He's the first one I've ever met that was very mature, except for like one of my cousins. Rachel, shout out to my cousin. She mature. But you don't come across a lot of 80s babies that's really mature, like real talk.
Nope.
And you expect people that's older than you to be mature, but no,
you know
they don't.
Crazy? I was dating an 80s baby.
Oh, really? I'm married to one.
Immature is heck. Like, I was not expecting that. Like, real talk, I was not expecting that. And wait, man, was it the 80s, baby? It might have been a little older than that.
70s.
Probably 70s.
30s, 80s, 70s.
It had to be the 70s, but most
40s.
likely probably was the 70s, the late 70s.
Even worse, because they be mature too.
I mean, I have never dealt with, like, you two, at some point, you two motherfucking big. Like, dude,
you
go
wrong.
your ass down.
You should be like there.
I feel like you should know yourself by then. If I know myself now, a lot of, you should know yourself by then. You should know what you want. It shouldn't be no confusion.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Especially to me when you a head. When you a man, because you the one who got the lead. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have confidence. Ain't nobody gonna want to be with you and you not sure. You know what I'm saying? It's just like at our job. When I talk to people over the phone, I gotta sound confident. If I sound like I'm stuttering, I don't know what I'm talking about.
They gonna challenge you.
Yeah, they gonna challenge me. They gonna cuss me out like, girl, you. Girl,
she know what she doing. I can tell. Yeah, like,
you don't know what you're doing. So
you right about that.
So it's like,
because we work at the same job in the same field.
Exactly. So you gotta sound like, even when I know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
You still gotta, yes.
Like I know what the hell I'm talking about.
And I'll give you the best information to the best of my ability.
Listen. So it's just like, I don't know, like, I have been hearing about a lot of older people who have been doing very immature things. Yeah. Like, I heard a story today with this young lady. She said her son was missing, and he was hanging around this boy, and the mama lied and said her son was missing too, and really she was hiding out the girl's son. And she's older. She's like, she older than me. I said, what's up with these older women
doing that?
Trying to, you
protect
a woman.
A bad child.
It ain't even that. You trying to be cool and you trying to be cool with your son, and I think
like friend wise
sleep with his son.
Oh, that's it.
With her son. You
know that type of situation.
These young dudes and pay them and crippling them even more and all that shit.
Yeah, that's a little pedophilia, if you ask me.
It is. Pedophilia go both ways.
Like I told your friends try to come over here and they know they effing up in school or being bad at home. They can't come over here because I'm gonna send them right home.
I'm not gonna hide you. But
even my nieces and nephews too, they know what it is. Like, I can tell you about my niece. Like, okay, let me tell you about this. So my niece, I'm not talking to her right now. I'm not gonna say her name. She know who she is. She went home and told her parents a whole bunch of lies, right?
Wait a minute, he said 40 plus.
She went home and told her parents some lies because I felt like she was trying to protect herself. It was crazy because she ended up telling me some things that she did not want her parents to know that she told me. She went home, told her parents some lies, and then her parents questioned my morals. That's how I felt. I'm going to say morals because that's how I felt. Like, everybody know me. When you come by Kellz house, guess what? Your kids going to clean. They going to get taught about the Bible. They going to get talked about morals and life, respect, all of that. I don't play no games with nobody kids. She went back and told her parents some lies, and of course her parents believed it. Just like everybody tell me don't believe my kids, but everybody turn around and believe their kids. So I always got my kids' backs, regardless. 2, she went home before I could tell on her, because I guess her expectation was for me to tell on her. She thought I was going to tell on her, so she went back home and told lies. Still to this day, I have not told on her. What I did was when her parents came, like, not parents, like, took it some type of, I just cut her off. Because at the end of the day, you know my character. You know what type of female I am. I don't protect kids' bad behavior. 2, if I feel like if it's something that's life-threatening to your child, I'm going to tell you this. It wasn't life-threatening, but it was a choice that she wanted to make that I told her. I gave her advice on, and she went home and told a different type of story, but she didn't tell on herself. But sometimes you got to be the mature one in the situation. You got to be like, okay.
That's how you know when you go home. You just let stuff.
Because I can call your mama right now and tell your mama this what she really said and this what she want to do and this what she want to do. And I'm like, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to block you. Because as my sister, you supposed to stick with the adults and really, like, we made this agreement and had these conversations. You supposed to come to me like a woman, but since you can't, guess what? I'm gonna let you lay in your bed and the bed that you made. Because at the end of the day, when a child tries to be sneaky and defile their parents, because that's what she has been doing, it's going to come to the light. And kids are not equal to adults. And I'm tired of society trying to make that like that equal. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
I mean, prime example.
You're not. You're a child. I'm an adult. Pay my bills. Tell me something.
Prime example. I worked in a medical office for some years back in the day. And I'm thinking that this is, a doctor's office. Long and behold, they have majority of LGBTQ, what have you said, community. Mm-hmm. So I had to learn a lot of things before I can sit up there and check patients in. Why? Because I had to understand what they told me, that I'm going to have patients that check in looking like this, but the name is this. And I have facial expressions. So if you checking into the doctor's office and you saying, I'm checking in as Karen, I'm gonna be appalled.
Yeah.
So I had to learn. You know, I had to learn. It was a lot of things that I had to learn because I didn't know. I was very ignorant to the situation. I didn't know because that's not my life.
Right.
So I learned a lot. So then I learned how to, you know, and it's a lot of people there I fell in love with. But what I noticed is that I seen a lot of kids under the age of 18, 14, 15, 16, where, oh, I want to do this. I want to make this change in my life. And their parents is bringing them to come do that. I couldn't even get my hair dyed when I was in
high school, middle
school.
Yes.
I couldn't even dye my hair, let alone get a whole testosterone shot, or you know, or making changes on my body. You know, just like with D Wade when he let his son, you know, if his son wanted to make a whole like when you a kid, you have kid thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Immature.
I feel like you should allow that child to get to the point where they mature and they know themselves, and then when they grown,
they make those decisions. Yes.
You never know. This boy might want to have a baby one day. You know, he might do.
But because
you know,
Daddy said yes.
But because this is the trend and this is in. No, it's not.
No, it's not. I disagree.
I tell people stick to the basics. Back then, they were stick to the basics. All that getting up on birth control at the age of 12 and all. We couldn't do that.
Stick to the law.
We couldn't do that. What you putting? What is she doing at 12? Does she need birth control?
And it'd be funny. Because the same people who
I ain't even know nothing about no damn birth control.
They let their kids have, you can do whatever you want. Who are you? Who am I to tell you what to do with your body and all of this? The same kids that they let make those grown-up choices, those adult choices when they fully in their mind, they don't comprehend, but they pretend they do for y'all because y'all let them make them choices. When they don't have the full capacity to understand their choices, I don't give a damn how old they are. Really, you ain't grown till you're about 22, to be honest.
25 to be real.
Real. So it's like
25, man, 35.
Yeah. So I feel like if your child is not mentally able to make those decisions, how are you letting them do it because of what the world is telling you? People be quick to be like, oh, I'm going to let my kid do this because I feel like they're mentally... Until the kids start disrespecting you, then you go back to the 10 Commandments and be like, well, God said, God shall either... How can you honor that, but you can't really like follow that to the full capacity? Exactly. Because following that is... Right. And following that law, that commandment is basically teaching your kids, like, I have control over you until you are this age. And I do, because you don't know nothing.
It's not even that. It's that I have
you don't know.
At heart. You're still a child.
But that's the control part, too.
You can't even pick your marriage mate right now. You can't even pick who you want to date.
Because you don't know nothing.
Your classes in college or what you really want to do. How are you able to pick and choose what you want to do with your body?
You're not able to have that experience. And I'm not saying if your kids make mistakes, chastise them, because kids are going to make mistakes. We made mistakes. What I'm saying is stop letting these kids
change their body.
Yes, stop letting kids, giving them that permission to make adult decisions that they're not really physically or mentally or spiritually ready to, to commit to or fully understand. Like, it's okay. Like, the world don't run your world. Right. The world runs the world. It don't run your child.
Timmy wants to do it.
Yeah, no. How about this?
You gotta teach your kids. It's not about always what they want.
I tell my kids, just like when a kid being disrespectful in the house, I tell my kids, hey, in this month, you gonna follow the rules. When you get over 18, you gonna do whatever you want to. Same things applies with the sex, genders, and all of that. Hey, if you want to be a girl, if you a boy,
when you turn 25,
you can do whatever you want to.
Be a woman
when you turn that age. But for now, under my roof, you gonna do what God created
baby,
you to do.
I don't want you to make that decision and then you want to revert back. You know what I'm saying? Because then that make you feel worse as a parent. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to be grown and be fully aware of what goes into your body, what happens, all that other stuff, how all that stuff can affect you and change you. That's it.
Kellz said, how old are we? I'm 29. Ooh. I'll be dirty 30 next week, Thursday. On the
lady never tells her age.
I'm 29. I'm finna be 30. I'm gonna go to the next chapter of my life. I already feel like I've already kind of made it, but you know I'm open to learning more things because I feel like you'll never stop learning.
You gonna change that.
I feel like I've already changed a little early.
You gonna hit that? I don't give a fuck about nothing stage.
Like not even. I'm not even 5 people
the other day. It's not gonna be in a disrespectful way though. It's just like
mature.
I'm the type of person where I can't care.
Yes.
I got to be. I can't care. I want people to, know the best about me, think the best of me and all that. But like, if somebody going around line up on me,
oh my goodness,
somebody said this, whatever. You're grown enough to say, hey, let me get to know this person for that.
Do that just happen?
Or let me. But I'm just saying, I'm grown. I can't care about that stuff because your opinion of me is just that.
Dude, that just happened to me.
Your opinion of me is just that. Your opinion. I can't care about that. I got life. I have a family. I have. I have stuff that I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? It's goals and stuff that I gotta reach. It's people that I gotta entertain. Like I can't care about what nobody else thinking. That's the thing. Like you gonna hit that stage where you're not gonna give a fuck. Respect, right? You're just not gonna give a fuck. It's like if a person don't like you,
forget it.
Oh well, like it's okay. If a person do like you, it's okay. If a person is in your life, just like now I'm in my dating stage. If it works out, it works out. If it don't. It don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm okay. I'm making room for people who trying to be around for the long haul. I'm not. I can't. If you gone and we end up splitting up, it don't work out. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like
they gonna regret it. They
that
always
means
do.
Because I feel like this is solely, and people who know me know I say this. What's for me is gonna be for me.
Absolutely.
Regardless of my mood swing, regardless of one day I don't feel good, regardless if I make a mistake, regardless of anything, what's for me. Who's for me is gonna be there for me. That's just simple. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. You ain't gotta worry about chasing nobody down or making a mistake. Or
shouldn't have to.
When somebody love you and they want to be around you and they down for you, that's exactly what it's gonna be. They're gonna be there for you regardless. Just like when you love your kids, you're gonna be there for them regardless.
No, regardless.
What mistake that they make, what they do in life, that love. Just like D-Wade, he loved his son.
It never changed.
It ain't gonna change, and that's the same thing. I see couples who. I can look at that man and be like, he loved her. Because he going to stick with her. Ball wives.
I do.
Atlanta. Jackie Christie. Yeah. Her husband loved her.
She crazy Jackie Christie.
She crazy.
I like Jackie though. She funny. She messy, but she's the show because she dramatic.
Dude, did you see when that dress and she fell out drunk? Somebody's too tight. That's what I'm talking about.
I can't breathe. She had her drink. I can't breathe.
Dude, I was in the floor.
Then she got mad because they said her drink up.
No, she didn't get drunk and cut up at this woman's
show did and told her she's gonna beat her
on national TV.
Come outside, Angel.
On national TV.
I was gonna bite back off of what you said too.
That man loves her.
Oh yes,
he loves her because he's with her regardless of
her being messy,
regardless of her being crazy.
Yeah,
he still loves her. So that's what I'm saying. Like when somebody loves you, you ain't got to be perfect. Don't worry about being perfect. And if you say something, am I gonna say something to run him away? No, I say my shit. I agree. That's just how I feel. Like this is me. And this is how I want my shit to be. And if if it ain't for you, it ain't for you.
It's not.
We can go about our way.
I agree.
Make room for the person who's supposed to be here for me.
Yeah, because you taking that time away from them. Yeah. Period. And I agree to that because I've experienced that. Me and my husband experienced this week. We kept the same people we kept letting in, kept shitting on us. Just doing us, excuse me, I don't mean to cuss, but kept shitting on us. Kept doing us wrong. Mm-hmm. It got to a point where these particular people, I said, you know what? We got to cut them off. And he said, "Hey, we gotta cut them off." Okay, I deleted one. He's like, "No, we got to delete them all." I was like, "You right because I don't hate y'all. I love y'all, but we're not the same. Mm-hmm. We don't handle life the same way. And of course, you're not. But if you want a life with somebody that you really care about, like friendships, relationships, family, you're going to come to each other when you're gonna make it work when it's worth it. And if y'all can't do that same thing, I'm tired of giving break here." I'm tired of trying to be the bigger person in certain situations. Mm-hmm. So I got to a point where I'm just cut y'all off. I don't care. Y'all not hurting me. It's not hurting me no more. It hurt that I can't have that relationship that I expected, but because I don't, it's teaching me a lesson in life. Like you said, you don't have to be cool with people like that. Mm-hmm. People can drain your entire spirit. Okay. They can, and because they feel like they family or blood, oh, you gotta talk to me. I tell people all the time, listen,
if you know me, That family blood shit,
It don't matter.
About.
Mm-mm.
If you know me, I love you. But just because you family and blood, I wouldn't give a damn green eggs and ham. That's just me. I'm sorry. That don't hold no weight in my book as far as my life. I have to continue to be. I have to make sure that I'm happy.
Period.
Going through therapy and stuff like that, I have to look out for me. I can't keep pouring up out of an empty cup.
Yeah.
I have children to attend to, and they can't have their best mom if I'm steady giving this energy out to. I can't. I have to make sure that they straight because they didn't ask to be here. I brought them here. So as long as I'm here, they're gonna be straight. And
you gotta teach them
I have to. It's called self-care, self-love.
Yes.
I have to be able to take care of myself, my mental self. And if you're draining me, I wouldn't give a damn who you are, mama, daddy, grandma. You gotta go. You gotta exit stage left.
Yeah.
That's just it.
And if you can't handle that growth of me telling you, like, hey, this is not working. Mm-hmm. You are draining me. Whatever the case may be, sometimes you got to walk away. Like, I asked my friend, Phoebe, for some advice the other day about somebody. And I was like, how do you walk away? So you got to be honest with people. It's hard because if you've been honest with that person before and they didn't take that in, sometimes you just got to walk away. That's how I look at it.
I told you, you're going to reach that point that I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And people think I'm just nonchalant. I mean, I'm not. It's just that I have to say, because this is for me too. This is not just about you.
Yeah,
this is
a two-way relationship.
So the thing is that if I can't get off my chest, as long as I'm saying it, because it's all about your delivery too. It ain't about what you say, it's how you say it. Now, if you come at a person records, I can see why they didn't take it the right way. But if you sit down to a person and say, hey, you know, humble and everything, like, hey, X, Y, and Z, and they still take it and go up in an uproar.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, fuck you and your feelings. Because you didn't give a fuck about mine.
So didn't.
You got to understand, it's hard for a person to come to you. It's not easy.
Yes.
For your friend to come to you and tell you this is not. That's what I'm saying.
It's not working out.
That consideration, that understanding.
Yes.
It got to go both ways. It's not just, oh, Raquel, you got to understand I have to understand that it took a lot out of you to be able to come to your friend and be like, Phoebe, you fucking up.
Yeah, or this ain't working. Like,
you need to get your shit together. That take a lot out of a person because I didn't have to do it. So I know it took a lot out of me. Like, oh my God, this is
man. How many times I had to do this?
How am I gonna tell this girl?
I know people, y'all. I'll tell you now. I'll tell you how I feel. I'll be honest. One thing about me, I'm very blunt. Anybody that know me, I'm blunt as hell.
But I'm just saying, like, when that's your friend and you care, like, that's your baby.
Yes.
You be really trying to break it to him soft, but you still want to be honest with him.
Should you be trying?
Like, them. But that's the thing. That takes a toll upon you. Mm-hmm. So the thing is that when you have a person that's unselfish and that loves you too, they're going to understand that this took a lot for her to just to come to me.
And that's a real relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a real friendship right there.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like a relationship.
Yes.
Any friendship that you have is just like a relationship. It's just one is sexual and one is not.
Right. One is just like, one is
more sexual. Yeah.
Yes, it's that close on. Yeah. And me and my cousin was just talking about that. Me and Kitty, shout out to Kitty. We was just talking about that. Like, it's two different, but it's the same because it's still a relationship. It's the same amount of respect. It's the same type of, boundaries and communication and honesty. And it's just that same level of like mental, like, and like you said, if you have a friend that can understand that, I haven't met one yet. It might be Phoebe, but I haven't met one where I can sit there and tell you X, Y, and Z, and you fully take responsibility or accountability to be like, you know what? Yeah, but friend you was. Sometimes it don't be a but friend you was. Sometimes it be that one person. It literally be that one person, and that one person can't handle that.
Just like I just had a situation with one of our coworkers. She got mad at me because we switch off days, which is cool. We work from home certain days, and she was kind of heated on the phone. I was like, "You going in today, right?" Like, I could tell she was a little upset. So I made it my due diligence to go in and go talk to her first, just to let her know, I'm sorry, I could have communicated a little bit more better with you.
Right.
I was just so geeked about taking your day, and you go ahead, girl. Go ahead. I didn't even express my side of what the hell I wanted from the situation. And so, with that being said and done, I didn't express my side, and therefore it was just left up in the air. So I had to take responsibility for that. But I know I talked to her right away, like I didn't let it hold. And it's not that we're best friends, it's just that I feel like communication, I'm at a life where communication is very, very important. I didn't mess up a couple relationships because I didn't communicate well.
Right.
I didn't talk to this person. You know, I just assumed, or I just held back for some reason, you know, for different reasons. But me going through therapy and stuff like that, communication is a lot. I communicate a lot with my kids.
They teach you that.
It's all about that. You will get so much further with people. My daughters, 10 and 11. I communicate all the time with them to be very transparent. Mama is not feeling good. Mama, because I want them to know that I'm not perfect. I have my down days, but you know what? Mama get up and do what she got to do, and that's one thing they gonna hear me say. You still got to get up and do what you got to do. I don't feel good neither, baby. Mama was up last night, throwing up, or don't feel good, or ate something bad, or sick because my allergies.
You teaching
but I
them.
still have to get up and do what and I tell them that early in the morning. I still have to get up and do what I gotta do. I still gotta get up and go to work. So we can, these bills and stuff can get paid.
That's the part kids don't know. They don't understand.
But they gonna remember it.
Yeah.
They gonna remember it. When they get older, they're gonna be like, my mama said this and the X, Y, and Z. So you know, I remember her saying that. It's just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm in a place now where in life where I feel like I'm taking a responsibility for what I do.
Oh, that's good. Accountability.
Because I can't keep pointing the finger.
Yeah.
This person.
Because sometimes it's your fault when you allow that energy into your space.
That's what that's what I had to learn
over
how to
again.
Do. To be honest, being with my kid's father, I used to always, because you did this and you did this to me and you did this. But he would have never been able to do that if you would have listened to your parents and to your siblings. And they told you. And you didn't want to listen because you was in love. Quote unquote, you thought you was in love. And now you're paying for your decisions.
Yeah.
You paying for your decisions. So you have to take accountability for that. The minute you take accountability, you releasing it.
Yes.
You're no longer giving that person the you and giving them all that energy. Because they ain't that damn powerful. It ain't that deep.
Sure ain't.
It was all because you allowed this person in your circle.
Yep. And you kept allowing them.
And you kept allowing them. And you stayed. And you had kids. And you did all that. So now you have to deal with it.
That's what friendships do.
What it is. And it wasn't even. It's just me as I grew up. As I, started to grow up, I started to realize that I have to take accountability, because me doing this bitter stuff of you did this and he did a lot. He did, but how was he able to do that? Because you allowed him to. You allowed him in your space to do that. So I had to learn how to be like, I got to make the best of my life. I got to make the best of the decision that I made, the decisions that I made, and I got to move forward to continue to be happy. And so now I'm in a happy place. You know what I'm saying? I'm up traveling. It is what it is. I'm going to do the best I can as a parent.
Loving yourself.
I'm going to love my
area.
I'm going to take care of myself. I'm never going to allow nobody to bring me down to the point I'm not taking care of myself. Just constantly pouring out and doing everything. Like, it's all different now. You know, it's all different.
Self-love is the best love.
It is. Self-care is the best. And I do it all week.
Yeah.
My facials, all that. That's me showing love to myself. Taking care of my skin. Getting the best oil, whatever it is that I like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. And even if I can't afford it right now, I'll do it. So
you gotta love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, you can't teach your kids how to love.
And therapy.
Or you can't make nobody love you.
Exactly. And if you don't love, you can't even be by yourself. Why you want to be with somebody else? It's in therapy too. Therapy has helped out a lot. Just talking to somebody. It's not that you're crazy. It's not that you are something is wrong with you. It's just literally you talking out the stuff, and it's not nobody trying to be crazy neither. Well, my therapist don't. He just listen, and every now and then he asks a question like, well, what do you think about if you do this, or how do you feel about that, when you did this and stuff like that. It's just somebody to talk to get yourself together, to help you think in a different manner, because this is a whole other person that don't know you, that can't judge you. So they help you look at things in a different light, and that's all I be needing. So going to therapy, taking care of myself, making sure I take care of my house and all of the stuff. That is the type of stuff that make me happy. And I do things that make me happy. Travel, do everything that I can. Do my best as a parent, talk to my children, have fun with them, stuff like that. So when you reach a certain point in life, trust me, it's gonna be all about your health, your happiness. You ain't gonna be worried about nobody.
Yeah. So, with this women empowerment, I say it's for your mother to uplift you, and if she can't, sometimes you gotta find that willpower in yourself to uplift yourself, and not only that, just teach the next generation that's coming, whether it's your kids' friends, you know, your nieces, your nephews, whoever's coming next. Teach them how to uplift themselves, not just females, boys too, young men. Excuse me, because one day, you already know this generation, this messed up generation, 2000 kids, unfortunately, not all of them, they're the next up. So we responsible for teaching them these morals and these values and this self-love and this uplifting and this respect. Because they're going to be our doctors, our officers, all these people that's y'all protecting us, fixing us, helping us. They are next up. And if you're not teaching them nothing, then guess what? This world is already messed up. It's going to be even worse. Uplift one another. Love each other.
And if your parents don't uplift you, don't be mad at them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hold no grudge against them, because you never know what they've been through.
Somebody ain't taught them.
And that's what I had to, I started looking at things from understanding.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have that. Just because you have this understanding, don't mean that that's what your parents had. Your parents did the best they could with the knowledge that they had, because you got to think their parents, what their parents taught them.
To the best of their ability.
That's the reason why I show humility towards my kids, and I show them that I can be down somewhere, that I have feelings and all that, because I don't want them to think that I'm perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, mama knew everything. Mama didn't know everything. Mama only did what she, what she knew. You know what I'm saying? What she knew best of. And so it's the same thing with your parents. Your parents only did the best they can with what they knew. Mm-hmm. So if your parents was brought up in a household of 9, 10 kids, they didn't get all the affection, all the love. So your parents might not be that affectionate towards you. They might not, be
vulnerable.
They might not be,
especially in the black community.
Or like my mama she never really showed affection and all that. Because
affection is the number one thing.
Or she never really showed weakness. Why? Because that's how she was raised. Mm-hmm. So I can't pass judgment on her. I have an understanding, and you show that love towards your parents. But as far as with mine,
you can teach your parents too,
and you can teach your parents too. But I know as far as mine, they gonna know. Mm-hmm. They gonna know about love, and I do my best, because again, I wasn't given all that, so I'm doing my best. When they ask for a hug, I give it to them. When they ask for a kiss, I give it to them. I let them know they're my babies, that I love them. I tell them that they're, beautiful little girls. I love them. I just compliment them. When I'm doing their hair, oh, your hair is so pretty. Yeah. Oh my God, your eyes are so beautiful. Let me look into stuff like that. So
they don't know how far
to show love.
Yes, they need that, especially young girls, boys too.
You have to, because you don't have full households nowadays. Nope. You only got either the mama or just the daddy.
Yeah. And then you got the influences around them that's influencing they mental and their decisions and their choices. And, not even just peers. You got adults out here letting kids into grown-up businesses and making grown-up decisions. Look, I got a little mad when I said that, because I'm dealing with that. Like, I got people around me that's letting their kids indulge in grown-up conversation, so they feel like they can make those type of choices and pin grown-ups against each other. And I'm like, damn, when they start doing that? Because back in the day, a kid,
you had to go outside when grown folks was talking.
When we talking on the phone, I don't give a damn. Mm-hmm. Like, bye, like, it has nothing to do with you. But let's make a toast. Let's make a toast to women empowerment, prosperity. In the words of my father, give money better days, nothing but up. But love, and growing spiritually, not just physically, spiritually, not just mentally. Because a part of your mental growth is your physical and your spiritual. That's the only way you will make it. You have to have all. You can't just do one by yourself, because you might be good in one but lacking another one. And then it's okay to tell people in your life, like you said, like, it's not working out. Friendships don't always work out, just like relationships, and you got to be honest. Mm-hmm. And if that person is willing to fight through that friendship and try to be like, try to work out, y'all meet in the middle, and it still don't work, sometimes it's okay to walk away. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it is okay.
If it's a real friendship, they'll come back. Just like if it's a real relationship, they'll come back. It'll come back around. And they'll be like, hey, listen, I wasn't matured at the time. I see what you was talking about. And now that I'm here in that space, I feel you, girl.
Friendships can be toxic too.
Yeah, friendships can be very toxic. Yeah.
It can be you come back around. It can be it can be very much so one sided. But it's up to you. Like you have to pick. You can pick and choose who you allow into your space. Like that is so true. Because people bring spirits and negative energy. Spirits always talk. Anybody know me? They know I talk about spirit. That's spirit. You know, they might be like, oh, here she go, being the Hebrew. No, I'm being honest. Everything in this world is a spiritual battle. Just because you're able to see this physical, no, it's a spiritual battle. Mental and that spirit on you. Like, the spirits jump in you and they attack people and do all of that. And I'm going to be honest about it. That's a spirit. That person didn't want to see you win. Because that jealousy spirit, you know, it's the 7 deadly sins. That envy spirit in them told them not to like you because you had X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? That's a perfect example. So,
and that's also a heart condition because you can see some people who I done seen somebody who acts so fake and just had like these bad characteristics that I do not deal with. But I can see that person as a kid being that same way. That's your heart condition. You got a fucked up heart.
You don't got a pure heart.
You're gonna have to do something. Like, it's gonna take a lot out of you because it's like that show.
Dude, that's so true.
Like, this is your character. You like to be jealous and messy, and it's like that's your life.
Yes. Oh, I can say that about. Oh, I can name some people. I ain't gonna say. They've been messy for forever, and you be like, dang, I ain't no person was like that. No, they've been like that before you even knew them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like she said, you grow up with that. A person can grow up from a child not having a pure heart. That's what y'all don't understand. God know who they are before they even become an adult. A person can grow up without a pure heart. And without, like, having that, I want to, like, a lot of people can be smart and what's right and what's wrong, but they have that wisdom to know what's right and that. Do you think they're going to use it? No. Everybody don't always make that right choice. Oh, I'm going to go this way because this might not work out. No, I'm going to see the result of this negativity.
Right. Because that's
and they get addicted.
But I'm just saying, that's their heart condition. Some people like stuff like that. They like to run.
I can't.
It's too mess. And they like to, ooh, let me go and go talk about this part. Like that's a part of their character.
That is
and it'll take a lot. Oh, I love the guy. Ooh, let me tell you about the lady. Ooh, child.
My husband just talking about how draining that is. Man, it's
But you got some people who like that.
It's so draining.
They like that. That's their life.
Man, let me tell you something. I done had 2 best friends that don't like each other at all sit at the table and talk about me. Like, I done had 2.
That's some bull.
I done had a best friend since I was 9 years old. Sit at the table with a girl that was my best friend from now since high school.
And see me,
sit at the table and have a conversation about me, but it wasn't much. You know why it wasn't much? Because
you didn't get it much.
I did it. And that's what they both said. They both came back like, yeah, such and such said this, but then they both defended each other like, oh, but I ain't say too much, or that person didn't say too much, because, you know, because in your head, you like, they ain't had too much to say. But then when I approached both of them, they telling on each other, but they still didn't have too much to say, but they got into it so bad.
You know how messy that you gotta be to sit. If I don't like you, I'm not finna call you to talk about no goddamn body that we don't.
Man, why would I go to your other best friend?
Like you.
Why would I go to your other best friend? Let me tell you what they did though. So I made up with both of them, right?
And somewhere around the line. Past and I didn't like you. That's still. I'm not gonna go to your funeral. I still didn't like you.
Right.
I'm not that type of person.
But why
go to
sit
the
at the table
like we was just
with somebody you don't like to talk about somebody that you were wrong to? Y'all both wronged at me. How can y'all sit at the table? And then I asked both of them, what I do to you? Neither one of them couldn't say anything. One of them tried to lie. I give him that. He tried to lie a little bit, but he couldn't. I said, y'all don't take accountability for your actions. Mm-hmm. And y'all sit at the table and get mad because I'm not taking y'all BS. 2, I gave y'all both an opportunity to make up for that. And guess what I did? Cut both of them off. After I left the second person's house, I said, they're both dead to me. Because I never sat at the table ever. Loyalty is everything to me. And I ain't never sat at the table about either one of my very, 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 very best friends and talked about y'all to the next person. If I did, guarantee I told y'all to y'all face. And I always tell my friends that. And they know that. I can call their names out. But that ain't necessary. But I'm just saying, like, any people that can sit at the table and talk about you to a person that they don't even like to come together to bash you, them ain't your friends. Both of them dead to me now. And y'all wanted to be back friends with me. I didn't want to be back friends with y'all.
But it's funny you talking about holding accountability. Me being out here dating. You know, dudes be shocked like when I apologize, like if I know I did something wrong.
Yeah, they not used to that.
What?
Yeah.
Like you apologize? Like yeah, I was fucked up for doing that. You know, I was fucked up for saying that. Like my bad. I'm sorry. It's not even my bad. My apologies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have to go that far. I took it too far.
And they be like,
and people don't even be expecting that because there's so many people out here that don't take accountability for nothing. It's always you, and you did this, and so what? You
and
made
that's
me
why
feel,
I did this.
You made me feel this way. Like what? How make you feel? You made yourself feel that way.
Like a revenge plot.
You made me feel this way, so that's the reason why I snapped off. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was younger, I used to do that. Let me get mad, and I snapped. And I remember I did this in my last relationship. I used to snap, but I mean, I used to go in like deep, like my claws used to come out like it was bad. But I used to, instead of me apologizing, well, you shouldn't have pissed me off.
Yeah.
And that was my shit. You pissed me off. You brought that up on yourself. Really, for you to go that deep on me and we supposed to be together, like,
it's your fault.
It's your fault. You shouldn't never piss me off. I told you don't piss me off.
Yeah.
Like, that's messed up.
I ain't gonna lie though. 9 times out of 10, it do be their fault.
But
you have to take accountability for allowing them
when
to
you
have that.
In the Bible, it talk about self-control. That's one of the fruits of the spirit. Self-control. That means in everything.
Yes.
If you supposed to be with somebody and you love that person, there's no need for you to bring out the claws when you get mad at them.
You talking about the like throwing low blows?
I mean,
you talking about that?
Oh, like, don't piss me off.
That's a different story.
Don't piss me off.
I thought you were saying in the level of when they give you that energy, you give them that energy.
Nah,
but you talking about if they give you that energy, you kind of go a little beyond that energy.
I used to go off. Like, you don't
get nowhere with that.
Like I was that girl.
You don't get nowhere.
That's because, but you know what? It was internal. I had anger.
Yeah, you had built up emotions.
I had built up anger. I had built up, and I wished the nigga. Like I wasn't gonna take it no more. And it wasn't even that this person even did something so horrible for me to go that deep. It's just that I wasn't dealing with my own issues.
With your pain that you was already harboring.
So I kind of took. I used to go. Like I said, I used to go deep. And so I had to learn how to stop doing that because a lot of people don't deserve that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you know something personal about somebody or, you're in a relationship and, you're going to learn things about people.
Absolutely.
You too. And when you get mad, this and that, like.
You're not always going to agree.
I just share my personal life with you and now you're going to throw it back in my face. Mm-hmm. Like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So
that's called the low blow.
The whole.
And with me, they always throw it first. And
they go low.
They throw it. But let me tell you, because people go. I go low too. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Still to this day, I probably would. But listen, they always go low with me.
Years though.
They go low. Me either. But they go low to me. The last time I went low was probably when I beat somebody up. But it's been a couple of 2000 maybe. What was that? 2019 probably the last time I fought. But my thing is, I don't. The people pull up to my place and I don't be on none of that until you bring it to my porch. If you bring it to my porch, I have no choice but to defend myself. 2, I don't go low unless you go low. And people tend to go low with me first because of my mouth. They say I got a fucked up ass mouth. And like, I got a dirty ass, I can get underneath your skin without saying them things. And then they go low with me because if you disrespect me, guess what? My disrespect gonna be a little worse than yours. Right now, I'm working on that. I ain't been going as low.
But the thing is that that's self-control. So why?
Yeah, I'm working. I've been very great. Love. I've been
when you're in a relationship, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, that's not love.
Yeah.
That's not love.
It makes it worse.
That's the thing. A lot of us seen our parents go low.
Yes. You learning from your mom.
You learning from your mom.
Daddy don't know. Daddy but daddy don't be on that.
And da she crazy, and that's what niggas get that from. They get to calling you crazy and da 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 da. They ain't do nothing but learn that from their daddy. And that's what their daddy used to call their mama or the broad that they was with when they was younger.
Or mama just said that about her sister or her friends, and you be like,
and then you hear the mama, nigga, blah, 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 just disrespect.
Or even to the female friends. Like, yeah, that be this and that. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I got my mom from my mama. A lot of people, like, I didn't have aunties. I ain't try to go there with them, but friends, all that. People that has went there to me, my mouth always told them. I said, by the end of this conversation, you're going to want to kill me. And guess what? when you run up, I'm gonna be ready for you. Cause I say it, but I can back it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm in this place now where I don't give a fuck about that. I'm not gonna back it up. I'm not gonna say anything to you because you can call me a punk. You can say whatever because I'm trying to grow because it's not about that.
You
yes,
about that self-control.
Yes, but back then, nigga, I would wait outside. I'd probably pull up to your house and be like, "What's up?"
I had that.
But they was more mad at me in the conversation at the end.
About that self-control is that because when I was learning self-control years ago when I started it. You self-control on everything.
Mm-hmm.
I can self-control on sex.
Yeah.
I don't like now if I'm in a relationship, yeah. That's because I know I got somebody I can
get
it from. But like when you by yourself, it's real easy because it's just a mindset thing.
Yes.
I'm too busy. I'm a parent. So I really don't have the time.
Yes.
I can go to bed at night. But
yes.
like when I'm in a relationship and I'm somebody's woman, I feel like I have to take care of that person and that's a
absolutely
so
vice versa.
I have to get up, I gotta take care of the kid, I gotta take care of I got
okay, I'm done.
She says, but I'm just saying, like you feel like
it's true.
I gotta take care of the house, I gotta take care of the kids, and I gotta take care of him.
Yes.
So that's an obligation that becomes yours, man. And you feel like, okay,
it's
I gotta
job.
stay up for this. So let me get sexy and let me get you know whatever. It's not even a problem. It's not a burden. It's just something that you brought to your thing.
Yes.
But like when you by yourself and you don't have nobody, then that's just another load up off your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I can go to bed at night, do all my stuff for my kids, cook, wash dishes, clean up the house, make sure they get in the bed on time, make sure they do their homework, blah, blah, get on up in the bed, fall asleep. I'm too busy. But then when you find that dude that you love, that got your attention, he becomes into your rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're that woman for him. So now you got to add him into your things. And you're going to naturally do it because you love him, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like him. So you're going to naturally bring him in. It's no problem. I got to make sure he cook. You know, I cook for him. You know, I make sure I'm sexy for him. And all that other stuff.
Since day one.
So that's, you know what I'm saying? But that's what you're going to do.
Yes.
It's not a burden. It's not a bad thing.
Absolutely.
That's just naturally what you do.
Sometimes you can lose your balance, though, and you got to gain that balance back. Because I was just talking to somebody, giving them advice about that. Like, sometimes you have to balance your life, yourself, your mental is first. I ain't gonna lie. Your mental come before your kids and your husband. Sorry, guys. Because you can't give your mental if you don't have it, if you haven't built it up, and you know.
But that's one thing about women. We be so ready to give.
But we don't take care of ourselves.
So that's why you need your man to remind you, like, baby, go on.
Yeah. Because Michael tell me, like, man,
you just been around here just doing everything. You're around here to clean up woman.
He'll tell me in a minute, fuck everybody. Goddamn, fuck them kids. No, I'm just playing. I love my kids. But he'll tell me, like, because when my kids will tell you, I overly spoil them.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it was one point I was doing more for them than I was doing for me and my husband. And it got to a point where my husband was like, hey, listen, them kids taking care. And and it's crazy because I had to tell him that in the beginning of our relationship, like, take care of yourself. It's okay to spend some money on yourself, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned around, the words reversed. He had to tell me that. You know what I'm saying?
Because you do. And it's crazy. Don't you feel guilty?
Yeah.
Will you spend something on yourself?
On there.
Will you spend something on yourself and you ain't getting nothing for your kids? It's like a guilty feeling, like, oh my God, like I gotta find them something, a toy or something, because I just did this. That's how you know you're a good person. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Do something for yourself every now and then. Your kids are gonna be okay, and it's the thing that people feel like their kids have to overly have things. They have to have toy cars and Gucci and all. No, you don't even have to do all that. Kids be happy. I'm gonna tell you, little kids. I used to hate this at my job. When people buy their kids a fresh new pair of Jordans, and then when they run it or they mess them up, why did you mess up these shoes? Why would you put a $200-something shoe up on a fucking kid?
Right. They don't know the value of money.
They don't
Come on now.
Damn. You can take them to Walmart. They be happy with them damn light up twinkle toes. They be so damn happy.
I had to learn it from my baby.
I don't understand that. Like, wait till they get to that age where they will value those shoes and they gonna take care of them.
My little baby taught me that.
You didn't spend your heart on $200 on those. But I'm not gonna buy no 2-3-year-old just to show people. Oh yeah, I'm getting money. I ain't gotta show nobody nothing. The richest people be walking around looking like bums.
Yes.
Look at Lil Wayne.
Yes.
He ain't got to dress up for no damn.
Man, she look at them niggas that create
no worries.
The computers and stuff.
No worries.
My baby taught me that.
You don't even have to dress. The richest people do not. When you see them on paparazzi, they be in jogging suits.
Shoot, Kanye.
Skechers.
Yeah.
What do Jordan got on? I seen one of his paparazzi. He had some fucking Skechers.
I do not like him.
But I'm just saying, I'm just looking at his shoes because everybody's rushing out to go and go buy his shoes.
And he got on
He
some
got
more.
on some goddamn
That's
sketches.
all I'm saying. But yeah, y'all, we gotta wrap this up. Tune in every Thursday. We're gonna start doing 6:30. 6:30 p.m. every other Thursday. Like, let us know.
Hotels, y'all,
yes,
so
yes, because
we trying to go to out of town.
Yeah, Tennessee. So we trying to get it popping for this weekend. But, you know, let us know what y'all want us to talk about. Y'all got questions about anything, let us know. That's what we here for, because we have a lot of wisdom too. You know, don't hate, because we got a little wisdom and we can give advice. And like, even if you could tell us a story that you want us to break it down in the videos or in our segments, you can do it anonymously, and we won't say your name or nothing like that, but we can give you advice anonymously. Incognito, whatever you want to do. We got you. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's talk, let's vibe. Natural vibes with Kellz and Phoebe. Period. We'll see y'all next Thursday. We got a camera here. We got a camera here. So I got to cut y'all out. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram. Let's talk, let's vibe. And we out, y'all. I got to see if I'm doing it right.